welcome to Domain of Brew. This is going to be the first video for this channel. Mind you, it's going to be a tier list video. So, if you don't like hearing opinions, I think you should bounce now. Or if you want to hear somebody else's opinion, then by all means, that's cool too. But, I have been playing competitive Dragon Ball FighterZ for maybe about a year. I do know a bit about the game. I'm not some super big player like Sonic Fox, but I do think I'm pretty good, and I feel like some people might be interested in hearing my opinion, so just gonna put it out there. Mind you, a tier list, for those who do not know what a tier list is or why I'm making one, a tier list is to put out your opinion on who you feel is the most viable or the best characters in the game. Best, average, worst. I do not feel that there are any really bad characters in this game. This is one of the few fighting games that I've played on where I feel every character can be used in just about any situation. There are some characters that could do things better than others, that's given, but hey, without cards, gotta play them. Season 1 was meh. Season 2 was a bit better, but still has some things that had to tweak. Season 3, I feel like this is the best version of fighters that we've had to date. Big bodies can now be played. Super top tier characters are not super top tier anymore, even though they are still relatively strong, but doesn't mean they're broken. So you might as well just get that out the window now. Fuzzies, thankfully they're gone. I love playing my man Cell with the perfect jawline, as y'all can see. So, you know, we're just gonna dive right into it now. So, me personally, I'm not gonna order this. This is not gonna be in any particular order, maybe the top 3, but other than that, it is not going to be in order. So, starting, you know, I gotta put this little monster right up here. Amazing neutral, great buttons, really good at staggering, amazing Oki, just about off of any situation, because he covers almost any option select. If you want to up tech, could cover that. If you want to delay tech, cover that. You know, level 3 Oki, not really like super high on it, but it's still really, really good. Overall, he is a damn good character, especially with this season, with Snap not being strong. He is toned down a bit, but Kid Buu is still, to me, the face of Dragon Ball when it comes to competing. You know, I don't think that's really going to change unless you just obliterate his buttons completely, which I don't think is gonna happen. Onward. Let's see. You know what? Let's put him up there. Base Vegeta. This character has barely changed since his initial release. Besides the system changes, if you look, Base Vegeta really did not get touched as much. So this character has practically been the same for a little more than a year. And people just started picking him up, cough cough Sonic Fox, and made him look like godly. Even though I'm pretty sure there were players before him that made him look good, but you know how people are. You know, one person uses him, all of a sudden he becomes super good. It's happening with Majin Buu as we speak. But yeah, character has really, really good neutral, amazing corner carry, amazing damage in the corner. He has the loops. Great level 3 Oki, and he got a level 3 buff after the throw, which is kind of crazy, you know. So it makes him arguably the best point character in the game, even a mid. But he is still a really, really good character, like over the top. Number Tres. Papa Goku. First of all, they gave him arguably the best assist in the game now. It is plus 46 on block. You get true 50-50s with this character. We all knew about Kid Buu. You get 50-50s now with Bardock. You get amazing neutral. You get buttons that people are afraid to mash against. You get pretty good level 3. You get great damage. The only thing he's missing is a beam. And he doesn't even need a beam because he has Lariat. So he covers ground anyway. Bardock, I feel like he's a character that you can't even really nerf. Same thing with Kid Buu unless you obliterate his buttons. He's the Wolverine of Dragon Ball Fighters. If you played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and you played Wolverine, you knew once he was on you, it was really hard to get him off. Same thing with Bardock. Once he gets on you, it's really hard to fight off. He's what Wolverine is in Dragon Ball, which I think it's okay. Next on this list, first big body. People might disagree with me. This character got unneeded buffs, and he already has armor. I did not see why they gave him what they gave him, but hey, it doesn't mean he's not beatable, but you know. He's one of the few characters that can still get double supers. You could get double level 3, or you could get level 3 into level 1 and then level 3 with another character. You know, he a stagger king next to the 3 in front of him. He's a stagger king. Easy to bait vanish, like super easy. Gosh, super easy. Now that EX moves are half a bar, just throw out the EX air grab and convert like 40% damage with an assist. You know, this character literally has everything except the 2L. Other than that, he's a damn good character. There's really no problems I have against Bardock. Plus, you know, let me tweak this a little bit. Let's make this S. Let's make this A. Make this C. I don't even think I'm gonna end up using the C tier, but if I do, I do. Next on this list, and by all means, like I said, this is opinionated, so hey, this character right here. Mind you, after Bardock, this is not ordered. I'm just going by like the experiences I have or that I use and find to be like my greatest strengths or my biggest weaknesses against people. You get the whole gist. Blue Goku went from complete garbage in Season 1 to now arguably one of the best characters in the game. He gets knocked down just about anywhere he's at. He is a two-touch machine. I picked him up about a month ago, and he is a two-touch monster. Once I learned the loops, especially how to deal with 3 frames of lag, once I learned the loops, it's just wow. Like, this character is creative. Like, oh man, I get muffled with words just talking about him. His assist got way better. Now it causes the bounce, and he has the elbow hit for his B assist, which is pretty good. His C assist is actually really good too. Catches you just about anywhere on the screen. So if you're high up, throw out the C assist, get a really good conversion. I don't know. He's just a super good character, especially around, you know, let's say if you put Blue Goku, Bardock B assist, and Kid Buu C assist, you're controlling a good portion of the screen. You're controlling maybe half the screen. You're afraid to be on the ground, because if you're on the ground, chances are you will die. Like, it's actually nutty what the combinations you get with this character now. You know, he has a low hitting 2L with a command grab. Like, what more can you really ask for? And really good buttons. He still has the protagonist 2M. The protagonist 2M. Come on. Another character, Teen Gohan. This character was the bane of my existence in Season 2. I got fuzzied by this character probably the most. And when they took it away from him, I kind of feel like that was when he was knocked out of top 3. At that point, I felt like he was not like one of the big faces of Dragon Ball going into Season 3 once fuzzies were eliminated. But that does not mean he is a bad character at all. No. He still gets great corner carry. He still gets amazing damage. As level 3 into level 5. A little tough to combo off his level 1. But, you know, what exactly is tough? Has actually a really good assist. Overall, he's a damn good character. He's small, so, you know, smaller hitboxes, a little tougher to deal with. So on and so forth. Other than that, shit, the only thing he doesn't have is a beam. It's really about it. And it's kind of proven that you don't need a beam in order to be good at the game. Beams just help you control neutral. If you could break that barrier, then hey, Team Gohan just might be the character for you. Great at point. Great at point. All these characters are actually super good at point now that I look at it. Maybe not Broly, but you get my drift. You get my drift. Alright, another character, and you know, I might just get crucified for this, but like I said, it's all opinionated. Yep. She's up there. Kefla is up there. She gets Hellzone. Might not be as good as Hellzone, but she still has somewhat of an option for it. She has a 5M that if you guard cancel, you could cancel it into 2H and get a full-blown punish. She's another 2-touch monster. She basically just says fuck Ki Blast with her 236S, and you know what? You gotta eat that. You gotta eat that. Not the strongest level 3, but overall, I feel like her game plan is mostly built around that Hell Zone. If you're really good at blocking, then hey, I think you'll be a-okay against her. But I feel like at one point, you're gonna crack. I think there's like no other way to avoid it. If she keeps getting knockdowns and she gets the correct setup and she does Hell Zone, I think there's a really good chance that maybe after 2-3 tries, you're gonna crack. And hey, you know, she has a Bardock jump 2M, which is nuts. She has the Vegeta kicks, which just stop anything in its tracks. Super dash, stopped. Certain normals, stopped. You just can't do anything about it, you know. And that for her B assist is actually really good too, now that I really think about it. So yeah, another controversial character. You know, I kind of didn't want to put this character up there. You know what? I'm probably not, because I feel like Frieza's super S tier when he's golden and has spark, so I'm not gonna do that. So that is S tier. The first 3 are ordered. The next, no, they're not. Next character, going into regular S tier now, I feel, is this little guy. Mind you, this is not ordered. I'm going to keep repeating that because some people just won't get that through their skull. So I'm going to say that a lot throughout this video. GT Goku literally had 2 things done to him. They took away Spirit Bomb and, well, Spirit Bomb Oki, basically. And, I mean, that was like the biggest change for him. Other than that, this character did not get touched at all. Oh, in his second auto combo hit. Other than that, this character did not get touched. This character is still super good. He can still get double supers off of Spirit Bomb, which I'm not too sure people realize once they took away the Spirit Bomb Oki. Just do a different route and you still get double super from Spirit Bomb. But yeah, still gets double supers, still has an amazing A assist, still has 236H, which is hella good, still converts massive damage. Still pretty good pointer carry for the most part, somewhat. Other than that, basically they just touched his neutral a bit and they took away the most broken thing in season 2. Other than that, he ain't get touched, so I don't see why players like dropped him from Jumpstart. He's still damn good. That assist by itself is worth keeping, but hey, just in my opinion. Next character, let's see here. Let's put 21 up there. 21 has gotten gradually better over time. She has little leaps that, you know, she still has to hurdle above, but overall, still a super good character. Still a super solid character. Her Ki Blast alone, downright godly. I mean, not as good as Broly, but downright godly. Actually beats a good amount of the cash just with her Ki Blast. Something I personally felt was almost a nerf, but then some people looked at it as buffs. It was almost like a 50-50 thing. So her level 3 now fills the boxes. I personally would rather keep the command grab mix instead of filling all the boxes. That's just me. That's just me. You know, something to keep the opponent more worried about. You'd be worried more about a command grab than you would a Kamehameha. That's just me. Other than that, her buttons are really good. Her staggers are, I would say they're pretty good. Her damage is stupid crazy. With the right assist on her team, she's a 2-touch demon. Man, like she really doesn't do anything wrong, you know, but there's a few things that she doesn't do right, which, you know, puts her in S tier. You know, for example, like I said, her staggers. Her staggers aren't the greatest, but, you know, you might be able to get away with some things if people don't know the matchup. There's probably more faults about her that I'm not naming, but, you know, hey, sue me. I'm not gonna know everything. Next, we have my man with the perfect jawline, Mr. Perfection himself, Cell. I feel like this character just about has every single tool in the game, but he was used so much in Season 1 that people just got tired of him. I've played this character since Season 1, so I've been with him through thick and thin. I've been with him when you could do 70% with the loops in the corner. I've been with him when you just drop down to like 49% with loops in the corner. That still happens to this day, but hey, we are here. We are going to rock with it, Cell users. We are the perfectionists of the game. But yeah, on a serious note, he's a super good character, amazing buttons, a stupid amount of blows. He's another 2-touch monster, but I feel like he relies more heavily on assist to be a 2-touch monster. I feel like he definitely works really good as mid. Even point. So, man, you want to watch Cell, watch Verdane, and watch Fenrich. Also, watch your boy, because I'm not whack either. But yeah, Cell, super good character. If he's back in the corner, you know, medium perfect attack, then you're probably gonna die. EX is definitely worth using now. So somebody super dashes you, man, throw it out there. Throw it out there. Worst thing that can happen now, yeah, you get 2 H if you make the wrong decision. Yeah, just overall great character. Better recovery from his Kamehameha for this season. Hey, there's not really much I could talk about because I'm pretty sure people played against Cell so many times I don't even have to explain. So, next character, Big Boo. Oh man, another character that went from complete garbage to arguably one of the better characters in the game. They gave him Fat Toss for another assist now, which opens up his mix-up game immensely. Just look at Goichi. Goichi started playing Majin Buu. Who knows if he's going to use him competitively for this season? Who knows? Aliun, the original Majin Buu player, just stuck with this character through thick and thin. And if you want to watch him, look at what he's doing now. He's doing tremendous with Majin Buu now that he got buffed. But overall, Majin Buu's game plan focuses on resets. If you get reset a lot against him, then you're more than likely going to die. You know, his buttons, I don't really know about this character too much because I don't play against him a lot. But when I do get a little scared because I don't know the type of reset somebody's going to do. You could go high, you could go low, you could just tick into Dragon Rush. You could do a ton of things with this character now. So, man, he's a reset monster. That's basically his gameplay. He's a reset monster, which puts him up there. Another character. This character, I don't even like saying his name, but yeah, Yamcha. When EX moves 50% off, oh, I knew Yamcha users were just clicking their heels for joy. Because now you could throw out EX with Fang Fist as many times as you want. You could throw it out 14 times in the match if you got 7 bars straight times. Of course, like why not? Especially if you're online, throw that move out. I hate it, but also it's 50% off. So throw the move out there. But yeah, you like, probably repeated this how many times already? He's one of the few characters that get level 1 into level 3. You know, that hasn't changed about him. That's made him very unique. Very, very good neutral on the ground. He's a left-right mix-up machine. With the right assist, he functions. So you have good assists built around him. His assists already are really good. So you're more than likely going to end up running Yamcha at anchor or mid. Never really see him mid, but he's a great anchor. So hey, you run Yamcha, I know you're super hyped. but the left and right mix-up he gets now from EX being 50% off just shot him through the roof. Shot him through the roof. Next, Adult Gohan. Now, last season, I felt like he was one of the best characters in the game. I actually put Adult Gohan above base Vegeta. And the best characters season 2 were, to me, Kid Buu, between Adult Gohan and Teen Gohan, which I kind of like split them 50-50 in GT, but Adult Gohan got nerfed when EX legs got nerfed. When they made it a bit harder to convert, I was kind of just like, okay, that's a big blow to his game plan. When Fuzzies got taken out, that was another big blow to his game plan. So he's the first character I feel that dropped down a tier. Well, second character to drop down a tier. His game plan kind of picked on the flaws of the game. And now that those flaws have been reprimanded, now you actually have to play the character a bit different. You can't really go nutty as what you were before, you know. So he got a little nerfed, but doesn't mean he's a bad character. He's still a super good character, heavily offensive, amazing damage still. I don't think if you were playing him before that you should drop him now because of what got nerfed, but hey, it's all opinion based anyway. So next character, Base Goku. Oh man, this character is just, he's so simple, but yet he's super effective. The command grab, an amazing assist, and his BS is actually very valuable too, no matter what people say. Overall, and Spirit Bomb, how can you forget about Spirit Bomb? If you use base Goku, more than likely you're building your team around the fact that you get Spirit Bomb. There's no reason to use this character if you're not going to build for Spirit Bomb, which about a third of the cast could build for Spirit Bomb. In this level 1, which as soon as you make a mistake, you're bound to probably explode. His upward ki blast, which catches a lot of players off guard because nobody really expects to see it coming. Still has the protagonist 2M, so his staggers are really, really good. His buttons are still really, really good. He's overall, he was one of the characters as well that didn't get tweaked too much, but you know, he still remains like one of the better characters in the game, with no doubt in my mind. Next on this list, my man's Vegeta. Vegeta, another character that was barely touched. The main thing that was touched about him was his assist from season 1. Other than that, he ain't really get touched as much. He's arguably like the perfect character because he did not get touched at all. Like once his assist got nerfed, nothing else really got tweaked about him. I mean, he does get the side switch from his EXDP, but he didn't really get much now. This character barely changed, but he's still incredibly viable. You know, like I said before, if you want to watch a good Vegeta player, watch Fenrich. Fenrich makes this character look damn good. If you watch him, you will arguably think that he's probably the best Vegeta on the planet, which, who knows, he just might be. But he has Ki Blast bait into DP, Ki Blast bait into level 3, great neutral with the EX Rocket Kick being 50% off now. Actually creates really good space as long as you don't space it out wrong. Overall, damn good character. Amazing anchor. You know? Can't really say too much about him because not much really got tweaked from him. Another character within the S tier bracket. Blue-haired Patora wearing earring himself, Vegito. That first hit of auto combo will forever just be godly after Vanish. Unless you are ballsy enough to do level 3. Shit, other man, tough. But has the reverse beat for his buttons, so it's kind of somebody you might not want to reflect against, because if you baits the reflect, you're bound to explode. nothing really changed about Vegito as much either. Like, it's really crazy how a lot of characters didn't get like super tweaked, you know. But I don't know. I feel like there's really not too much for me to say about Vegito. Yeah, I don't think there's really too much for me to say about him. His 5L is amazing. His Ki Blast can stop people right in his tracks. And his 236S is actually really good too. I don't know. Kind of blanking on this guy, but let's go to the next guy. Let's go to the next one. Next character, Lord Bueller. Man, this character has the reach of a giraffe. I like to call Cooler Mr. Fantastic because his mediums hit you from just about anywhere on the screen if you forward dash. He has a few tricks up his sleeve that I don't see a lot of players that use Cooler actually use. I know I see a lot of Coolers just DP, but this character has a lot to offer. I feel like he's not as explored versus like a lot of the other characters that's ahead of him on this list, but I just feel like he's not super explored. He dishes out amazing damage. He does have a side switching level 3, which not too big of a fan of, but he has a beam. He has that quake move, that low hitting quake move. He has a DP. His dive kick is plus. You have to react 2H in order to beat that thing. If not, you're just stuck. Has super good reach. He practically breaks the neutral just by his buttons alone. Other than that, super good character. Super solid character. Hella solid. Next character on this list, Go Tanks. You know, I'm kind of confused on not as to why a lot of people dropped him when they gave him, you know, for the most part, his Ghost Oki back. I remember in season 1, he was used to the maximum ability. What's his name? Is it Tachikawa? No, I don't think it was Tachikawa. One of the main Japanese players were using him and just basically exploited how broken he was in season 1. They took that away season 2, nobody uses it. Then season 3 comes around, they practically give it back, and you know, nobody's using it anymore. There's been maybe a handful amount of times that I ran into Go Tanks, and for the most part, you know, he's still a bit of a problem. He's still a really good character. His 2H is actually super good. Overall, they gave him some of his tools back from season 1 in season 3, but nobody's really picking him up. I don't really get why. Has a beam, has a fake into the beam. He has the Spinaroonie, his Beyblade attack, which is still super good. He has the EX super punchy thing, which leaves him plus. Like, he's a damn good character, and nobody really uses him like that anymore. So I would say that's why he's in this tier. If he was to be used more, I'm pretty sure he might be one of the better characters in the game. Arguably one of the best characters in the game. But I don't know. He like fell off, I guess, because of character use. Next, Trunks. Once EX moves at 50% off, and he was able to control with that flip, I knew Trunks users were just drooling. It's crazy that now, if you get a straight hit in the air after Super Dash, you could just EX flip up and continue the combo. That is bonkers. Gets amazing damage now. He gets so much more options than what he had before. He's arguably one of the better anchors in the game now because of that. Because of EX flips, and imagine sparking, level 3 sparking against EX flips. It's crazy. Just an overall great character. Has a beam. has a super far hitting 2M. His H is actually super good too. He has a 236, what is it, light? That burning slash? That's +1 block. It's +1 block. So it's still his turn. So you basically just have to sit and block until you find an opening against this guy now. Versus what he was before. Change the future. Still a damn good move. Super plus after level 3. Why not throw it out there? He is a he's probably one of the most honest characters that now became dishonest. As crazy as it is. It's a damn good character. Next on this list, you know what? We're gonna put the third eye, Monk himself, Tien. Oh man, this character had baby normals. Kind of still does. A bit improved, but kind of still with the baby normals. He is a walking shotgun. He has the command grab. He has the command grab. He now has the instant overhead, EX overhead, which is nuts online. Like, you actually have to guess, like, online if he's gonna throw it out or not. Especially with assist. He now, the EX volleyball fist, way better to use. They'll actually throw that move out there more. The EX swan dive, way better to throw out there now. Overall, character got some minor tweaks, some minor improvements, and he's gotten a lot better. Level 1, and then a level 1.5. No, level 2. So level 1 to level 2, then a level 3 that could basically shoot out as many things as he wants. Nuts. It's nuts. Overall, really, still a solid character. Next, and I know I'm gonna get flack for this one. Goku Black. They took the protagonist 2M from Super Saiyan Goku. They let Blue Goku keep it. They let Base Goku keep it. And they just gave the protagonist 2M to Black. Better hitting 2M. You could now double hit his 2L, which was well needed. Man, he basically, I feel like he took the spot of Super Saiyan Goku. For the mere fact that 2M from Super Saiyan Goku was nuts, and he was just like zoop, and here you go, Black, take this. You know, still a super good character. Only thing he suffers from is solo mix. But honestly, people get opened up like cans all the time on this game, so saying Goku Black doesn't have mix, you just gotta find the right things to do with just about any character to open somebody up, to be completely honest. Has the command grab, Kamehameha, still a really good assist. Overall, a super solid character. There's not really many things that changed about him either, so he got bumped up in the tier list once he got the better 2M. Just my thing. Another character. Where is it? Genyu. Genyu is a tricky character to play against because he causes chaos. Once he gets the party rolling, he's arguably the best character in the game. If he cannot get the party rolling, then he's kind of a dud. More than likely, the chances are pretty high for him to get the party rolling. Once you throw out his Genyu force, you kind of just have to sit there and take it and then find the opening, which is pretty hard to do because there's so much going on the screen at one time. I don't play this character, and I only know about 2 people that do. So those 2 people that I do play against him with, they do give me trouble because I don't know the matchup that well. And they are very successful when it comes to tournament play. For the mere fact, nobody plays this character, so nobody really knows about it. And that's probably the scariest thing in this game. If you don't know a matchup, you're probably bound to explode because you don't know what to look for. But he's the king of chaos in this game. He's the king of scrambles. If you could win scrambles, then you're more than likely going to win with Genyu. That's what makes him so good. He makes things scrambly and you panic. You panic, it's a pretty good chance that you will, and that's that. I panic against him. I get smoked against Genyu. Hey, so he gets an S tier spot. Next, Super Brawly. Another two-touch monster. Carries you from one end of the screen to the next with no effort at all. Super easy TODs. He gets the re-jump. He gets pretty good Oki after one of his level 1s. When he like screams, yeah, it like goes out the Ki Blast. Still some pretty good Oki. Some pretty devious setups you could get from that. He's very high committal, which is probably why I put him like on the lower part of the S tier, because once you get some of his strings going, you could bait out a guard cancel, but certain buttons you could react and guard cancel against. So that doesn't really put him on like a super high like priority for like S tier, but he is still a really good character when you know how to use him. That 2L stops any aerial up tech that you probably have. If he 2Ls you, then you just explode for about a solid 40%. You know, it is what it is. And once he touches you, you're probably another touch away from death if he gets the right hit. So, you know, and he gets a power up after level 3. He gets an install. It's crazy. Next character, might as well put these two together. I personally feel that Gogeta is one of the characters as well that is very high committal. He's high committal, high reward. Meaning, if you stagger with his buttons, which you probably shouldn't because you will explode. If you stagger with his buttons, you die. If you don't stagger and you get the hit, you're doing a considerable amount of damage. You're more than likely gonna put somebody in a two-touch situation. He still gets knockdowns practically no matter where he is. He has, I think he has the most amount of supers in this game. Also, he's probably has the coolest looking supers in the game. Level 3 into level 5, multiple level 1s, has a beam for a Ki Blast. The only thing about this character that's kind of like bad, well, not kind of bad, but that is bad, is that his buttons are bad. He's very high committal. But like I said, it's high risk, high reward, so you choose. You choose. Another character that I feel is an S tier. This guy. Zamasu is another character that gets double supers. He benefits greatly off of the EX buff. Well, 50% off of EX. The only thing that kind of puts him low is he has a high learning curve. You know, to get the most optimization out of him, it does take a lot of labbing and a lot of practice and a lot of execution. If you get that execution down, he is a very scary character to play against. He is terrifying, especially with Blades of especially with Blades of Judgment. He's a character that actually has some pretty decent buttons. He struggles in neutral a bit. He doesn't have a super good Ki Blast. But I mean, that's about like the main thing that's bad for him. His neutral is a little lackluster. The Ki Blast isn't the greatest, but overall, he's a high rewarding character once you get the hit. Once you get the ball rolling with him, he is a very high rewarding character. Another character, Dbfz. Another character who I feel is not explored as much. People expected him to be like GT and just threw him to the wayside. Once they saw that he wasn't broken, people just dropped him and haven't picked him up ever since. The only Janemba player I know is Alucard, and he's like been the main person like rocking him. I don't know too much about him. I was hyped that he was playing the game, but I wasn't too interested in learning him. But from what I do see about him, he's a very tricky character. He's a character that he works on gimmicks, and once those gimmicks work, you just explode. I feel like explode is my favorite word in this video. But yeah, you just explode. Very tricky character. I feel like he just has to be explored more. But from what I do see, he does function and work with a lot of characters. He dishes out some pretty good damage, so yeah, he gets put in that tier for me. You know, is there anybody else? Let's see. Oh, yeah, this guy. Piccolo. We still get Hell Zone, even though we got the meter nerf. We still get Hell Zone. Arguably the best jump light and the best jump M in the game. He has left-right mix-up, which is actually super good. He has the grab, which is actually super good as well. Overall, he's a damn good, solid character. His buttons might not be the greatest in certain situations, but he is a damn good character. There's not really too much I can say bad about him besides like certain buttons in certain situations that he has to put himself into to be successful. But other than that, damn good character. Let's see. Let's see. You know, I think hit as well. Great left-right mix-up. You can't really reflect against him because if you reflect, he could just hit you again, and that's that. There's not too much I know about hit because I don't play against this character too much, but I feel like he's super good. I know a lot of hit players were upset with the nerfs that hit him, which I don't really know because I don't play this character at all. So, at least from what I see and like what I play against, I kind of struggle against him a bit. So I would put him in S tier. Like I said, this is all personal opinion on who I play against. So, you know. And I think the last person for no, I think there's like 2-3 more. Krillin has gotten, oh no, he is not A. He has gotten so much better. I have said multiple times, if I could super dash T-Blast, I should be able to super dash a rock. And once they just were like, zoop, nope, you can't super dash the rock anymore, I was like, huh, that's cool. I get why they did it, you know, to make him a lot more viable, and they did. And when they gave him Kamehameha for an assist, it helped him greatly. Solar Flare, still damn good. This character is, like, now that I know a player that actually uses him and uses the EX, that move that kind of clone, the EX clone, he's actually a damn scary character in the right hand. The only thing he struggles with is neutral. His 2H isn't super reliable. He has baby normals. So that's the main thing he struggles against. He still gets really good damage. And he has great setups after Oki. The rocks is a great setup for Oki. You know, believe it or not. If you play against a really good Krillin player, I guarantee you you're going to probably feel the way I feel about him. Especially when it comes to rocks now. Alright. You know what? Frieza is definitely S tier. I didn't want to put him in S plus because I feel with sparking in level 3, level 3 sparking in Golden Frieza, he breaks every rule of the game, and he's almost impossible to block. But that's a situation, and I feel like I shouldn't put one situation and put him up there. He's definitely S tier with EX moves. He's probably the best zoner in the game. Get a straight hit. I think you could squeeze out like 30%. Only Alucard knows. I really don't. He's now like a very good character. People have put Frieza at the bottom of the totem pole for so long, and now that he got some well-needed buffs, he's definitely a threat going into this season. He's definitely more viable. Same thing with Krillin. A lot of these characters that are now S tier characters, in my opinion. All right, next we are going to. You know what? I think the rest of the cast that I have here at the bottom might be A tier. You know what? Let's start with Jiren. Jiren, he's gotten some well-needed buffs. but there's certain things that should be buffed. For example, that Ki Blast counter, I don't even know why they put that in the game, because that move is not like super viable at all. Like if I throw out a Ki Blast and you like catch it with Jiren, I can just vanish right out of it. That move is practically like useless, which is just a filled slot that he's just not going to use. They did give him a knockdown mid-screen, which was super needed because he ain't getting nothing mid-screen. Unless you did a certain setup, you got nothing mid-screen. Yeah, overall he's a bit better. He's not like overwhelmingly great, but he still has some tools that could give people a run for their money. He just needs some more tweaks and he'll be super good. That's mostly what the rest of this tier is for, what the A tier is for. There's just a few more things that these characters need or was taken away from them that could make them better. For example, Blue Vegeta. They made his Big Bang attack a bit better, but not better to the point where you would want to use him. You know, he's still a meter hungry character, even with the 50% off of EX. He's still a meter hungry character if you want to get that optimal damage. Still, I think he's okay. I don't think he's a bad character. Like I said, I just think he needs a few tweaks behind it. I've been seeing a lot more Blue Vegetas ever since this patch came around, so that is a good thing. That does mean that people are exploring. Ultimately, there's a few more tweaks to certain specials he has. I feel like probably just make his records better, and that might just make him better. Another character who went down is Goku. They took away that 2M. They made it slower, but they did make it reach a lot further, which I think is okay. As slow as they made it, I don't know. Like that was like, it's practically reactable, like mashing slow. It's pretty nutty. I don't know if that makes him like a super good anchor now. I haven't played much Super Saiyan Gokus at all this past this past month at all. So that kind of tells me that people took that nerf pretty hard and put him down there. I mean, I'm one of them, so hey, the Ryu of the game is now not Ryu anymore. So kind of is Ryu, because Ryu in Street Fighter 5 is kind of bad, but he's not bad. It just, that 2M could be tweaked a little better. Another character, Android 16. Went from arguably the best character in Season 1 with the knockdown to not used at all Season 2, used the minor league in Season 3. I don't even know if minor league is a word, but whatever, I'm gonna use it anyway. He is one of the characters that I feel people just dropped because they couldn't get the cheap stuff anymore. Kind of like with GT. Once they couldn't get the cheap stuff, they just tossed him to the wayside. Some people say his buttons are bad. People make it work. That's how I look at it. People make it work, and people are just not trying to make it work with 16. And hey, he's taking a hit for it. Look at tournament-wise. You don't see him in any tournaments anymore because the cheap stuff is gone. But you can still make some of these things work. The command grab, hey. He might not get the hard knockdown anymore, but take it with a grain of salt. I still think he could function. I still think he could dish out some pretty decent damage. Just some tweaks. That's really it. Napa. Mr. Reliable of Cyberman himself. Napa could get it going with the right assist. If he has the right assist, those Cybermen will be a nightmare for you. If you take out those assists, then Napa can't really do a damn thing. Napa also can't really do anything in neutral besides his 5H. His Ki Blast is pretty slow. The Cybermen are a lot better, but I still strongly believe you need assists to really keep that ball going. Especially now that EX is 50%, you could get a bit more like funky with him, but you don't see Napa online at all. So I mean, kind of can't really say he's like a really good character because nobody's using him. Nobody's exploring with him anymore. Besides maybe like 2 players that I know, but hey, he's not super reliable. So that's that. Android 17. This was a tough one for me because I actually have a tough time playing against 17 because I'm a overly aggressive player. So that barrier puts me in a grave. But the times where I did bait barrier, I kind of saw like the whole gimmick behind him. The Rekkas are better. I don't really know what got nerfed or buffed of him in season 3, but I do know I have been seeing a lot more 17s lately, and I don't know. I feel like he's somebody who could go up my tier list the more I see him, the more I play against him. But I don't believe in 17 like that just yet. Maybe like I could probably pick him up, but I don't believe that he has anything as like strong as like these S tier as the S tier cast up here. You know. Yeah. 18. I feel like she arguably had the best snap mix because most of the players that used her didn't even know what side that she was gonna land on. When it came to doing the snap mix, you kind of just snapped, mixed, got on either side, and then blocked. Like that was really about it. Yeah. Once snap got nerfed, now you have to spend the bar in order to do a proper snap mix. It's still pretty tough to defend against, but I don't know. Like if you get 18, can't do anything unless she has the right assist. She is another character who relies on gimmicks in order to make her function. If she has those gimmicks working, she becomes a disaster of a character for you to deal with. If you could see past those gimmicks, then I think you're okay. Yeah, I really think that's it about it. Her neutral is pretty subpar, not the greatest, but hey, people make her work. People make all these characters work. So, Beerus. Beerus. I don't even know what to say about this guy because I don't see this guy at all. So, you know, I just kind of gotta skip past Beerus because I don't play against him at all. Like, I really don't know anything about this character. I'm sorry, I just don't know anything about him. As much as I would like to, I just don't know anything about him. But I do know about Videl. Would I say Videl is the worst character in the game? Maybe. Videl dishes out a lot of damage. Videl, with Videl not having a reflect, I feel like her defensive options just kind of go out the window. Because if you bait that, whoa, then it's over. She has a DP, it's not really reliable. She does have that counter, the Great Saiyaman pose. I don't know, she's in a mixed spot for me because people like put this opinion that she's complete dog trash, and I feel like a lot of people say that because she's not Bardock, you know, she's not like GT. She's not like a hyperly aggressive character that you could just get in and learn, like get in and just do stuff. You actually have to sit and learn and figure out, which people did for like 3 weeks and then you dropped her. But I don't know, would I say she's probably the worst character in the game with the well-being behind the reputation she has? Yes. But hey, but this is my tier list right now, you know, a month into season 3. It is subject to change, of course, the more I keep playing, hopefully with tournaments, hopefully when tournaments come back, due to the whole pandemic we are dealing with. Hopefully everybody watching this is in safe hands. Hopefully y'all are following guidelines. You know, hopefully everybody is doing their thing, being the best person they could be. But this is my tier list. Hey, mention any comments if you have any opinions about it. I'm open to it. I take criticism very well. If you want to watch me stream, Twitch TV at I am Killabrew. Follow your boy, give some support, subscribe. hit a like. I will be doing more content. In fact, shoot more content ideas y'all would like in the comments. Make this channel your channel. Help me blossom this channel. Hopefully, hey, we can get the ball rolling, get something rocking. But I'll catch y'all later.